Hey guys, so we are ready to start, and I'm 2 minutes late. I needed to restart my computer to make the streaming software work, and for that reason, I start with a delay. I see 50 members now who already joined the live stream, who are already watching and listening. Thank you for joining, and nice to see you, traders. Thank you for being with me today. And today I got a bunch of cheating setups to discuss with you. I have a bunch of cheating opportunities to share with you on today's live stream. As I promised earlier, I'm trying to do the live streams on weekly basis now till the till Christmas holidays, till the end of this cheating year. And so far, I receive very wonderful feedbacks, and I'm happy that many members watch the live streams, and many members, what I see checking the YouTube statistics is that many members also replay, watch the recordings of the live streams, and that is very, very, very great. As always, remember that we have a live chat, and in the live chat, feel free to ask your questions, feel free to join the discussion, feel free to ask me anything. And if while we analyze different charts, while we analyze different peers, if there's something that is not clear in my analysis, always feel free to ask, always feel free to ask questions. Don't be shy. And also remember that if you want me to analyze any instrument, any pair, just let me know in the live chat and I will do that for you. Show me your presence in a live chat. Say good morning, say good day or good evening, depending on the time zone where you are living, and just show me your presence and just let me know if everything is working, if the stream is stable, if you see the price chart, and if you hear my voice. Thinking about what to start our today's live stream with, I thought that this time we will start with the discussion of fair value gaps. As I know and as I noticed, many different traders now are treating fair value gaps. Many traders are using fair value gaps in the analysis of different markets, and because SMC and ICT trading is very hyped now, more and more traders start trading different SMC ICT concepts, and fair value gap is one of the core concepts of SMC and ICT trading. And main problem with that is that many traders interpret fair value gaps wrong, and checking the ideas, the analysis of different authors on TradingView, for example, I noticed that many traders start forcing fair value gaps. And each and every strong candle that they see on the price chart, they start perceiving as a fair value gap. My interpretation is a bit different, and to me, such kind of gaps are very rare. While some traders believe that they are everywhere, my view is that they are very rare. So on today's live stream, we will discuss them a bit. I will explain how I treat them and how I identify them. Hello, Savage. Thank you for joining today's live stream. Nice to see George. Nice to see Little John. Nice to see David. Nice to see Gismastvine 1495. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. Nice to see Shola. Nice to see Vino. Catalan. Nice to see you. D33P. Derek. Good morning. Nice to see Duff, and nice to see Noah. So let's warm up today analyzing New Zealand Swiss pair. That is the first pair that we will start our today's analysis with. That is the pair where I spotted the fair value gap. And by the way, if you are here the first time, remember that the strategy that I use for trading is called multiple time frame analysis trading strategy. That is the strategy that is based on the analysis of multiple time frames, and for that reason always monitor what time frame I analyze. So in the middle of the screen you will find the trading instrument and the time frame that I analyze. It is very important because with top day and multiple time frame analysis, the sequence of time frames that you analyze really matters. The time frames that you use for entries and confirmations really matters. For that reason, you should strictly understand what is going on, and you should feel the process, and to do that you should always monitor what time frame I analyze. So with all that being said, let's open New Zealand Swiss pair. On New Zealand Swiss pair, this morning, first thing that I spotted is that analyzing a price action on a daily time frame, we can see that the pair is strongly bearish. We are trading in a strong downtrend, and over time we can see that the pair successfully updates lower lows and lower highs. We can see that just recently the price successfully set a new lower low, lower close. Right here we got the confirmed break of structure BOS, and after formation of a new low in the middle of November, the market started a correction. The market started a correctional movement, and you can see that now the market is recovering. Because the global trend is bearish, because we see a clear tendency of the market to update lower lows and lower highs, we assume that with the high probability, bearish trend will continue at the moment. And the only problem that we have is that we don't know exactly from where the next bearish wave will start. And in order to identify potential points, potential resistances from where the market will drop, we will need to analyze the price action and spot some important historic structures. One of such important historic structures that I see is a trend line. Take a look, traders. Over here, we have this falling trend line. Why this trend line is so important? Because we can see that basically since September, this falling trend line acts as a strong resistance. That is a trend line from where many times in a row the price drops. Each and every time when the pair tests that, each and every time when we see a test of that trend line, we see strong bearish movements from that. And moreover, you can see that the moves that initiated from that trend line managed to update the lows. So for example, if we take this bearish movement that started from a trend line, we can see that this bearish movement successfully violated a previous low and provided a confirmed break of structure. So it is a very significant vertical resistance that the market is now testing, and being trend followers for us, this trend line can provide a nice opportunity to sell. And once we spot such a significant point, once we spot such a significant resistance or support, depending on the trend that you have on the market, the next step that we follow when we trade multiple time frame analysis, we start looking for confirmation signal. We start looking for signal to sell on lower time frames. So after we see a test of that strong vertical resistance, after we see a test of that trend line, we look for a confirmation signal. So the next time frame that we will analyze will be a 4-hour time frame. And on a 4-hour time frame, we have a very nice example of a fair value gap. So what we do here in the 4-hour time frame, we analyze the price action again, we analyze the candlesticks again, and we look for some clues that would confirm that indeed that trend line still holds and it is still a strong vertical resistance from where it is still safe for us to sell. So what we see on the 4-hour time frame is that we have quite a strong uptrend. We can see that our intraday trend is strongly bullish. We see that over time the pair has a nice tendency to update higher highs and higher lows. And in this uptrend, we can see this peculiar bullish candle, high momentum bullish candle. And that looks like a fair value gap. But the problem is, traders, that while many traders claim that just the shape of the candlestick define fair value gap, unfortunately, it is not enough quite often to confirm a fair value gap. When you see a huge high momentum bullish or bearish candle, another thing that is so important to check is the cause of a formation of that candle. You should understand why this candlestick formed, and moreover, you should make sure that within this candle there was little trading activity. So meaning that once this candle opened, it reached this high very quickly without price fluctuations without any trading activity within that. We call fair value gap for a reason. The gap means the absence of trading activity, and in order to confirm that we have a fair value gap indeed, we should make sure that there was no trading activity there. So first thing that we will do to confirm that it is indeed a fair value gap, we will need to understand what could cause a formation of that fair value gap. In order to find the potential cause, the first thing that you can also do, you can check the economic calendar. You can open your economic calendar and check the exact time when this fair value gap happened and whether or not we got some important news releases at that moment. So here is our economic calendar, and you can see that this fair value gap was formed during the Asian session today. Checking the economic calendar and watching if we have any high impact news releases, we can see that today was a very important Asian session, because during today's Asian session, we got important high impact news from Australia and New Zealand. And one of the high impact news releases that we got today was the interest rate decision in New Zealand. And we see the exact time of the news release. Let's check an hourly time frame to see when exactly this imbalance occurred. And we can see that this bullish candle, this bullish imbalance occurred exactly when the interest rate decision was announced. So basically, the pair rose by how many pips? How many pips we have here? The pair rose by 41 pips just after the release of this news. And you can see that the market remained very weak before the news release. We got a very narrow range. The volatility was very low, but with this one single candle, the price bounced quickly. So we see a clear cause of a formation of this fair value gap. We got high impact news. And also we see that this bullish movement happened very, very, very quickly. If we open 15 minutes time frame or even 5 minutes time frame, we can see that this bullish movement, yes, it was almost immediate. There was no activity within this bullish movement. It happened very rapidly. It happened very quickly. So all the characteristics of a fair value gap are met here. And for us, this fair value gap is now confirmed. Why this fair value gap matters? The thing is that as with normal gaps, there is always a high chance that after a formation of a fair value gap, it will be filled, or at least partially filled. That is just the nature of the markets. But the main problem with trading fair value gaps is that it is quite hard to predict when exactly the gap will be filled, because quite often after formation of a fair value gap, the market goes up more or down depending on the if fair value gap is bearish. Quite often after formation of a bearish fair value gap, the market drops substantially lower before the instrument finally decides to fill it. So you need strict rules, you need some specific confirmations that you can rely on to accurately predict the moment when the market starts filling a fair value gap. And one of the techniques that you can rely on is liquidity analysis. So after formation of a fair value gap, you should remember that the market will most likely seek a liquidity. The market will look for the closest strong liquidity zone. And the trend line that we spotted on a daily may provide such a liquidity. We can see that in the past, we saw a clear concentration of selling orders on that. Because of this selling orders, the pair dropped significantly many times when this trend line was tested. So we may assume that sellers are still placing orders on that trend line, and the market supply still concentrates on that. So after formation of our fair value gap that we spotted, the market tested our trend line, and we may assume that finally the excess of the market demand that caused the formation of this bullish imbalance was finally absorbed. The only thing that is missing in our analysis now is a clear sign of strength of the sellers. After we assume that the excess of demand is absorbed, we need to see a clear sign of strength of the sellers. We need a clear indicator of a strong bearish pressure. We need a strong, at least local selling imbalance to confirm that the pair indeed ready to fall. And what do we see analyzing a price action on an hourly time frame? We can see quite a strong bearish price action pattern right here. We can see that after test of our trend line, the price formed a very cute double top pattern. Here was our first top and here was our second top. And after one of the tests of the trend line, after the last test of the trend line, the price dropped and we got a clear confirmed violation of this minor support. We got a nice minor support here that was respected. We got nice pullbacks from that intraday support, and with this bearish candle it was violated. It indicates at least a local selling pressure, it indicates at least a local selling imbalance, and for us such a signal is more than enough to make a prediction that now most likely the pair will drop and at least partially fill this fair value gap. Yes? Let me know, traders. Give me yes in a live chat if you follow. Let me know if everything is still clear and you understand the process and you understand the logic. And hello, EURCHF. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining today's live stream. So for me, breakout of this horizontal neckline was a signal to sell. And this morning, I already sent a signal to my VIP signals group to sell the pair on a retest of a broken neckline. We already keep an active selling position with my students, and we expect a bearish movement. Placing a stop loss for that trade, we strictly set a stop loss above the highs of this bullish movement. It will be a very safe stop loss for the trade. And choosing the target for the trade, we will just need to find our closest strong structure. And for that, I suggest opening a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame will be more reliable for spotting the closest strong demand zone. And over here, yes, you can see that we have quite a significant structure. Yes, it is quite an important historic structure right here that the market perfectly respected many times in the recent past, and we can assume that with a very high probability the market will manage to reach at least this liquidity zone, at least this demand zone. Yes, so that can be the goal for our trade. Yes, there can be the goal for our trade. Let me, by the way, double check where exactly, what was exactly my take profit level for that trade. Yes, my take profit, I decided to be even more conservative, and I placed my take profit even higher. Yes, so when you trade, remember another very important rule when you trade fair value gaps is that you shouldn't be greedy. And though we always make a prediction that fair value gap is going to be filled, very often it is partially filled first, then smart money hunt stop losses of retail traders, and then they finally fill it. So in order to maximize your win rate here, in order to maximize the accuracy of your trade, I always recommend being very conservative and picking very conservative, reasonable and realistic targets for your trades. So for my trade, I decided to aim at that structure. In my signals group, I shared this level as a take profit level. So with my students, we are now expecting a bearish movement to that price level. Yes, just when, by the way, another tip that you should remember when you are choosing a target for the trade, you should also rely on a desired reward to risk ratio for your trade. So for me, the rule is that my reward should be strictly bigger than the risk, and the optimal reward to risk ratio that that I am aiming at is 1.5. 1.5 is already more than enough for me, and if I get better than that, I'm very happy, and if not, still 1.5 is very good to me. Here, I got a bit more than 1.5, so it's already very good reward to risk ratio for me. Yes, do you give break even somewhere? Question from Paul Catalan. Yes, good question. With this trade, when we trade fair value gaps, as you remember, the main cause of formation of this fair value gap was high impact news release. Yes, was the release of New Zealand interest rate decision. So from that, we derive that high impact news releases may make the market, yes, form these imbalances, form these huge gaps. So ahead of the next high impact news releases, we will need to protect our trading position. We will need to move our stop loss to break even. So let's open our economic calendar now, and let's see what is the next high impact news release today that may influence our trade and that may cause a formation of a new fair value gap. In the economic calendar, we can see that we have a bunch of high impact news releases, but what news will influence New Zealand Swiss pair? The closest high impact news that I would consider are the jobs data, the US durable goods orders, the initial jobless claims. These news releases may influence our trade. And ahead of these news releases, I suggest moving our stop loss to entry. Usually I do that 15 to 10 minutes ahead of the news release. So I usually set an alert on my phone, and just 10-15 minutes ahead of the news release, I take my stop loss and move that to entry. And fundamentals can be favorable, and with the release of the fundamentals, the market may quicker reach our target, or the market may completely reverse and stop us out from the trade. So that's the moment that I use for the protection of a trading position. I hope that it is clear. And we got another similar setup like on New Zealand Swiss pair, on New Zealand dollar. I think traders that we will need to check that, yes, together, and we will discuss that too. But I hope, yes, that you understood the logic. I hope that you got the idea of this trading setup, and I hope that the process is straightforward right here. The only problem is to confirm that you have a fair value gap and not just the imbalance candle. Yes, because if you open a chart of charts of many SMC traders, they will call each strong candle a fair value gap. All the strong candles that they see, they call fair value gaps, but that is not true. And because of that, perceiving each and every strong candle as a fair value gap, very often you will have losing trades because of that. Because once you start perceiving each strong candle as a fair value gap, you will constantly expect these gaps to be filled. And because of that, you will make a lot of wrong predictions, causing substantial losses. So be very careful, and remember that in trading, it's very important to not force the signal. Yes, it is a very important rule of any trading strategy and any trading style that you trade. So as I said, there was a similar setup on New Zealand dollar pair. Here, by the way, I think this one probably already reached the target. Yes, this one already reached the target. I sent the signal also to my free Telegram group. So those who took the short trade on New Zealand dollar pair, let me know, because I guess it should be already closed in profit, but still, let's quickly discuss it because it is very similar. And take profit placement here was a bit different, and I will quickly explain why the take profit selection for this trade is a bit different. So on New Zealand dollar pair, like on New Zealand Swiss pair, because the pairs are closely correlated, we have a downtrend. We are in a bearish trend after we updated the low and set a new lower close right here. The market started to recover and we got a bullish movement. And the price tested a very important key level. Today we have a very important price level that was tested, and we can assume that with the high probability from that price level, the market is going to drop. If we now open an hourly time frame, yes, here we have another example of a fair value gap. Yes, with the release of the New Zealand interest rate decision today, we formed this huge high momentum bullish candle and then went higher to our closest liquidity zone. Our closest liquidity zone was based on that historic key level that the price reached, and then we got some reversal clues. And similarly to New Zealand Swiss pair, after a test of the resistance, we formed this double top pattern. But with that trade, choosing the target for the trade, the take profit selection for this trade was a bit different. And with that trade, I was aiming at that structure. That the goal for for the trade right here was that structure. So that is exactly how my trade looked right here. Why here I used different take profit? Because from a 4-hour time frame perspective, look, as I said, support and resistance and liquidity analysis is very important. And if we open a 4-hour time frame, I think you would agree with me that it looks like we have some important structure here. Why? Because in the recent past, we got this bullish movement, and the high of this bullish movement was right here, and the close of this bullish movement was here. Then when we started to fall, that price level was nicely respected. And then with the release of the news today, you can see that our fair value gap candle closed respecting that level. And then the price bounced, forming this wick. And you can see that we have a clear tendency of the market to respect this price level. So I decided, if you follow me for a while, you know that I'm very extra conservative trader, and I'm trying to be as safe as I can, choosing the entries, choosing stop losses, choosing targets for the trades. For that reason, with this trading setup, yes, I decided to be very conservative and aim exactly at that structure. But I remember that this fair value gap is still right here. So I still have an intention to trade this gap. I still have an intention to trade it. I still believe that there's a high chance that this gap will be filled, but I will just wait for another signal right here. Probably it will be some other double top, but just higher, or something else. We didn't know. But the thing is that, at least for now, I will wait for another confirmation signal to trade New Zealand dollar pair. Yeah. So that is basically the idea. Now, I also, preparing for today's live stream, I also wanted to share with you a setup on Dollar Index. I guess that will be the next one. Yes, and I see a question from Ikram about EURUSD. Let me check EURUSD for you. You see that on a daily there's a change of character. I guess you are right. Yes. So, cheaters, those who are cheating SMC definitely should know a very important event that is called change of character. And on my YouTube channel, there are already a bunch of videos explaining how to trade, how to identify, how to use change of character in trading Forex, gold, or any other market. And the thing is that here on on EURUSD pair, we have a confirmed change of character. We can see that on a daily time frame, the pair is bearish. We are trading in a bearish trend. We have updated the low here, setting a new lower low, lower close, and then quite a strong bullish rally started. And with this bullish rally, the market successfully violated the resistance based on the last lower high in this bearish trend. The last lower high in a bearish trend is always a critical structure, and many traders also call that structure order block zone. That is the zone where we expect the strongest concentration of selling orders in a downtrend. And its violation in the breakout of that structure is a very important event that many traders use to confirm a trend violation. So basically, this bullish movement, breakout of that resistance, a formation of a new higher high, higher close, confirms a violation of this downtrend. So the trend is now more bearish on EURUSD. The only problem with this setup, though, is that though the trend is now more bearish, it is still not bullish, because in order to confirm a bullish trend, we will need a retracement, a formation of a higher low, and then another bullish movement and the formation of a new higher high. When we see a price action like that, for us, it will be a confirmed bearish trend violation and the confirmed start of a new bullish trend. So for now, this breakout is definitely a strong warning signal. It is already a very important bullish clue, and we already can expect that the pair will rise more, and I think that we can easily anticipate a rise to that historic resistance. And moreover, we can assume that right here, yes, we have a very strong support. Again, those who study SMC, for you it is a breaker block. It is the example of a breaker block, a very critical support now, from where with the high probability the price will rise. So that structure for now is on focus, and from here we can look for a confirmation to buy. For now, I see nothing special here on the intraday time frames. I see no strong signal, so let's wait and let's let the price drop lower within that zone. And if I see any strong signal, if I see any strong confirmation, remember that I will definitely provide an update on my free Telegram channel and on my TradingView page. So do not forget to subscribe. You will find the link to my social networks in the description to this live stream. So the next instrument that I wanted to check with you today is dollar index. His dollar index, this one is bounced already. Yeah, while I was talking. So what I spotted on dollar index today was a test of a very important demand zone. Yes, on a daily time frame, we can easily spot a very important demand cluster, a very important demand zone right here. Yes, that is a very strong structure. It was, you can see that in the past, we clearly see how significant that structure is. And what happened with the index last week, we violated this resistance, and after breakout, it turned into support, it turned into a strong demand zone. We got a test of that structure yesterday, and today, since early morning, we were coiling on that structure. We were consolidating on that, and on an hourly time frame, there was a very strong bullish signal. This morning, we got a quick bearish trap right here. We got a minor intraday support that was violated. We violated that structure, and then after its violation, we started to consolidate. We started to trade within the range of this bearish candle. We got a very perfect example of the inside bar candlestick pattern. Yes, that was a very nice example of the inside bar. The candles that were trading within the range of these bearish candles are called the inside bars, and the first candle in this candlestick pattern formation is called modest bar. Bullish breakout of the range of the modest bar and a candle close above that is a strong bullish signal. It provides a strong bullish confirmation always. So preparing for today's live stream, I wanted to show you this bullish signal. I wanted to show you that we have a confirmed bullish breakout right here, and after breakout, we can expect a rise to the closest strong liquidity zone that is right here. So those who are trading dollar index, those who use dollar index for analysis, that was a very powerful signal that you should have spotted this morning. Then another setup that we will discuss on today's live stream is Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand pair. Here I see a test of a very important key level. Yes, on a daily time frame, we can see this very important key level. Why this key level is so important? Because we can see that we got a lot of daily candle closes on that level. Yes, we can see that many times daily candles closed respecting this price level, and just recently from that price level we got a significant bullish movement where the pair managed to update the high and set a new higher high. We see a test of that key level today, and I think that from that key level we can look for a pullback trade. From that level we can look for a potential buying opportunity. So since early morning I'm looking for a signal to buy Pound New Zealand. And what can be our signal to buy right here? What can be our confirmation signal to open a long position right here? If we analyze an hourly time frame, on an hourly time frame we can spot that the price, yes, look how we are trading now. We have, yes, bearish movement. We got a pullback from our key level, and now the price is steadily falling again. And with this bullish movement, yes, we respected this minor intraday resistance. Yes, so our price action looks like that, and now we are trading within this range. By the way, from the candlestick analysis perspective, we have a nice inside bar candlestick pattern right here. You can see that for now the hourly candles are perfectly trading within the range of this strong bearish candle. So the signal that we can rely on to buy Pound New Zealand will be a breakout of this range. If we close above the resistance of that range, if an hourly candle closes above that, yes, we can expect a bullish movement. We can expect a rise. And where the price will most likely go after a confirmed bullish signal. Here in Pound New Zealand, we have another example of a fair value gap that was caused by the Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. So we can expect that after a strong bullish confirmation, this fair value gap is going to be filled. So then we can just expect that the market will rise to the fair value gap opening level, the opening level of this candlestick pattern of this strong high momentum bearish candle. So the trading position that we can open trading this bullish signal, we can look for an hourly candle close above the resistance of our range, then buy after pullback, aiming at that resistance with a stop loss lying below the lows. That can be our plan to trade a fair value gap on a Pound New Zealand pair. So for now, yes, we expect a local continuation of a consolidation within this range. We can see that for pound pairs, there's a high impact news release with the New York session opening today, the autumn budget news. This can be a trigger for a breakout of the resistance of the range. That can be a trigger for formation of, for an occurrence of a bullish imbalance. And I strictly recommend waiting for the news release. Yes, waiting for the release of this news, because that can become an important catalyst for your bullish signal. That will create a very great setup where the technicals strongly align with fundamentals. That are the best setups that you can trade. That are the best setups that you can rely on in trading Forex or any other market. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear. If you follow, let me know. Please, it is showing clearly. I hope that it is showing clearly. YouTube says that the connection quality is perfect for now, at least. So I hope that you see all the numbers, you see all the elements of my analysis, and it is crystal clear. And also, don't worry, I always provide the recordings of the live stream, always in a good quality. So if it is not showing properly now, I'm very sure that it will be crystal clear when the recording will be already provided. Yes, those who want the update for gold, please give me yes in the live chat, and I will update gold. I will update my analysis for gold for you. And another setup, another trading idea that I wanted to share for you today is on a dollar yen pair. Dollar yen pair now in a strong uptrend. We are strongly bullish. We see that since April we are trading in a strong and sharp uptrend. And of course, when we see such a strong uptrend, the best thing that we can look for is trend following trading, trend following buying after pullbacks. And we can see that just recently, after the market updated the high, after the market set a new higher close, we got a pullback. We see that the market retraced. Yes, we retraced. And when you see the retracement in uptrend, when you see that the market starts correcting, I always recommend doing support and resistance analysis, structure analysis, looking for potentially significant supports from where you can buy safely. The supports from where the next bullish wave will most likely follow. And one of such structures is, for example, right here. Yes, it was a strong resistance, and after a breakout it turned into strong support from where the price bounced and updated the high. We have another one here, another important structure, and we have a very important structure right here. These are the structures that are based on a recent price action, and these three supports are based on a price action of November this year. But analyzing historic price action, you should also remember that long-term historic structures also exist, and such structures are also important, and quite often such structures can be even stronger than the recent structures. So let's examine our historic price action and check if we have any important historic structure that we can rely on. And we can see that right here we have quite an important structure cluster. Yes, I hope you see this structure cluster, traders. You can see that in the past, at the beginning of this year, it was a strong resistance. And by the way, look, if we just assess its historic significance, we can see that even the last year that structure was important. We can see that over time the market keeps respecting that. It is an important historic structure that turned into support now. We can see that just recently with a strong bullish imbalance candle, that structure was violated. And we can make a prediction now that that structure turned into a very strong support. A support from where there's a chance, quite a high chance, that another bullish wave will start. So we can look for buying from that, and we can look for swing buying, for swing signal to buy dollar yen from that structure. And as always, the only thing that is missing in our analysis now is a valid and strong confirmation signal. We can look for a confirmation signal to buy dollar yen pair on a 4-hour time frame. If you are doing swing trading, if you are practicing swing trading, I do believe that 4-hour time frame is one of the best time frame for the accurate entries. And here, analyzing a price action, we should find what can provide a reliable and strong confirmation for us. We can see that when the price tested our support, we see some consolidation. We can see that now the pair is coiling. We are trading in a quite narrow range, and it looks like, at least from such a perspective, that the market found a bottom. Here are some important clues that we should consider. We see that the market started to trade within this falling channel, got a nice falling parallel channel, and now we see a breakout attempt of that. Another thing that we can notice is that we also have quite an important intraday resistance here. And this resistance is very wide. You can see that with the recent price action, the market nicely respected, yes, all the levels within that wide area. That is why I am drawing this intraday resistance like that, because I take into consideration all the recent price fluctuations within that. And based on this orange resistance and based on our falling channel that we spotted, we can build a solid plan to buy dollar yen pair. But we'll wait for a clear sign of strength of the buyers. We will wait for a clear bullish imbalance, and only then we will buy. What will be our strong signal? We will wait for a double breakout. We will wait for a breakout of this trend line and for a breakout of that orange resistance. We will need the market to break them too. We will need the market to violate these two structures, and then we will expect a bullish movement, a bullish continuation, and a rise at least to current high. Yes? Then what we need? We will need a 4-hour candle close above our trend line and above our orange resistance. When a 4-hour candle closes above these two structures, yes, for us, bullish continuation is confirmed. Then we will look for buying. We will look for buying after a pullback. And with that trade, looking for the exact price level for your entry, you can simply rely on the price level based on this wick. It looks like a strong intraday for our key level. So buying from here, yes, set your stop loss below the lows. Yes, again, when you are swing trading, when you are trend trading after a pullback in uptrend, your safest stop loss should be below the lows of a correctional movement. That will be a very, very, very safe stop loss for your trend following long trade. And then for the target, as we discussed, we can expect at least a rise to a current high. Yes, to a resistance based on the current high. So that will be a potential goal for our swing trade. Yes, so that how our swing trading plan for buying dollar yen pair will look. Here are the exact conditions that we will need to confirm growth. These are the exact rules that we will need to follow to execute this trade. So that is how we do it. And by the way, on my YouTube channel, there's a separate playlist with the swing trading videos. Yes, this playlist is called Swing Trading, and there you will find a lot of different swing trading strategies, breakout strategies, pullback strategies that you can use for trading any market. So if you're interested in swing trading, definitely check that. Now, let me analyze gold for you, and let me know, traders, what else to analyze for you. Let me know what are you trading today. Paul Catalan says, I just want to start trading gold, maybe on lower time frames, 4 hour and below, maybe based on Asia highs and lows inducement. What do you see? Paul Catalan, everything really depends on how much time you have for trading daily. And choosing a trading style and a trading strategy, the main thing that you should take into consideration is how free you are, and how much time on daily basis you can sacrifice on trading. If you're very limited in time, if you have 1-2 hours a day for trading, I think it is a bad idea to trade 4-hour time frame and below. I would rather concentrate on swing trading and prioritize daily time frame trading. If you have, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours a day, then yes, you can try day trading 4-hour, 1-hour time frames. And I suggest doing scalping only if you are free every day at home. If you if the time that you can sacrifice on trading is almost unlimited. Yes, because scalping requires maximum focus and it requires maximum attention. If your main job distracts you, then you will inevitably blow your entire account in scalping. Yes, in scalping, concentration and focus is the key. Yeah. Now let's check gold. Let's analyze gold, traders, and let's see what we have there. So let's start with the daily time frame analysis. And traders, I don't know if you agree with me, but honestly, since 18th of November, gold is too slow and too boring. Yeah. And market volatility was very low, and there were very rare limited moments when the market was truly active. And for that reason, I was rarely posting the updates on my free Telegram channel about gold, though I'm trying to provide at least 2-3 updates a week at least. But for the last 2 weeks, the updates for me were very rare, just because the market was barely moving. And quickly restoring our drawings from the previous live stream, I want to remind you that earlier we spotted a significant demand zone that is based on this historic structure, demand zone that is based on this rising trend line, vertical support. And earlier we already successfully predicted that this demand zone will be respected, that the market will rise from that. I shared a lot of bullish signals and forecasts from this demand zone. I was very sure that this structure would be respected. And what we see now, we just see how the market is steadily taking off from that demand zone. And we already got a bunch of very strong signals on a daily that clearly confirm the significance of that area. The first important clue was, I think, a breakout of the range of the Mother's bar right here, because in that case we got a nice inside bar candlestick pattern right here, And with this bullish candle, we successfully closed above that. Its range was violated, and it was a clear sign of strength of the buyers. Then another strong clue that we got was, of course, the formation of a bullish engulfing candle. You can see that the range of this bearish candle was completely engulfed with this bullish candle. So it was another strong signal. It was another strong confirmation, and that it was another indicator of the strength of that structure. So honestly, from such a perspective, traders, I do believe that it is reasonable to be bullish. It is very reasonable to be bullish and expect a rise more to higher structures. For now, your goal should be this resistance. I think that very soon this resistance is going to be reached. I think that there's a high chance that gold will rise and we will see a test of at least 41.95 level. Yes, that will be the goal for the buyers for now. And if we start analyzing intraday timeframes now, if we check a 4-hour time frame, we will spot a very bullish price action on a 4-hour. Let's just in brief execute a trend analysis right here. You can see that after the last test of our trend line, the market established a healthy bullish trend on the 4-hour time frame. We are in a very healthy intraday bullish trend. And what happened this night? What happened during the Asian session? Traders, we got a confirmed break of structure. Here's our break of structure, a new higher high, higher close. This new higher high, higher close was set with a high momentum bullish candle. It was set with a bullish engulfing candle that engulfed this previous bearish candle, and we see a clear strength of the buyers now. So this break of structure on the 4-hour time frame just confirms the assumptions that we made analyzing a daily time frame. And from such a perspective, we see that intraday price action on the 4-hour confirms, yes, a very bullish outlook that we confirmed on a daily. So chances are now even higher from such a perspective that gold will rise. Let's check if we have any other clue on an hourly time frame. From an hourly time frame perspective, we can see, traders, that let's remove our drawings. And you can see that right here, we got a very nice example of a bullish accumulation. So bullish accumulation is the stage when smart money, the institutional traders, are silently accumulating buying orders, keeping the market within a narrow range, not letting the market drop or fall. They keep the market in sideways range, and within that, they steadily accumulating buying orders. And usually, before the market completes the accumulation, quite often it provides some clues. One of such clues is the formation of a higher low. If we check how the price was acting within this range, we can see that the market was forming equal lows right here, respecting this orange support. But after the last test of our resistance, instead of dropping to the support of the range, instead of falling to that, we set a higher low right here. And higher low very often quite accurately indicates a completion of the bullish accumulation. And the consequent breakout and the formation of a new higher high, higher close is your final confirmation. This breakout, the fact that the market updated the high, the fact that the market violated this intraday resistance is your another strong signal. It is your another strong confirmation. So As you can see, yes, the price action on an hourly time frame is very strongly bullish. Yes, I will also check the minutes time frames for you. Let's take the 15 minutes time frame because many of the subscribers asked to also share something, at least something for scalpers. Yes, and what I see on 15 minutes time frame, after a breakout of our resistance of the range after formation of a new higher high, higher close, we can see that the market started to trade within this flag. Yes, we formed a bullish flag. We formed a bullish flag pattern. The flag's resistance was broken after we tested the lower boundary of our broken resistance of the range, and that was a very strong signal. Yes, so I'm very bullish. Yes, I hope that my reasoning is clear from a daily to 15 minutes time frame. My price action analysis spots a lot of bullish confirmations, so I do believe that there's a high probability that gold will rise. Yes, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you agree with my analysis. Let me know if I need something to clarify. And after analyzing gold, let's check silver, because I see a question about silver from Shola. On silver, the situation is a bit different, but basically, because of a very close correlation between gold and silver, yes, most of the time bullish gold means bullish silver means bullish gold. It is not always like that, but for at least the last 2 months, they became, again, very closely correlated, and most of the moves perfectly match. So I think that silver will rise too. On silver, we also got a very significant daily demand zone that the price respected. We took off nicely from that. We see a nice growth now, and the only difference between gold and silver from such a perspective is that here on silver we have one intraday resistance, this one, that still is not broken. And to confirm more growth, to confirm another bullish wave on silver, I would suggest waiting for a breakout of that resistance. When we break and close above that, then we can anticipate more growth, we can anticipate a bullish continuation, and we can expect that bullish rally will continue. If I spot a breakout confirmation, I think I will share an update on my free Telegram channel. But for now, yes, let the price test that and look for a breakout as your signal to buy. Now, about indexes. First, let's check USD. There's a question about USD from Ronnie. USD, I think that from such a perspective, we can anticipate that correction on USD is over. We may assume that the correctional movement that we saw on USD since 13th of November is finally over. We have tested this significant demand zone. We tested this important daily structure, and after its test, we violated this strong resistance. We got this historic resistance from where the price dropped. It was a very important structure, and with this high momentum bullish candle, it was violated. This bullish candle is a clear indicator of the strength of the buyers. I think this bullish candle suggests that there will be a high chance to see more growth. Now, I strongly believe that with the high probability USD index will retest our current high soon. I think that with the very high probability the index will rise and we will see a test of that resistance. So my outlook is very bullish here, and I expect a bullish continuation. Another thing to add is that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream already, we have a lot of high impact US fundamentals today with the New York session opening. So I strictly recommend waiting for the news releases first before you open any trading position on the indexes. Yes, because this impactful news may make much mess on the markets. So please wait for the news releases first. This is CBI. CBI, if you just started watching, I suggest after we finish checking the recording of the live stream at the beginning, I explained how to identify fair value gap, how to confirm it, how to treat it. It's very useful, especially if you are interested in SMC trading. So please definitely check that. While my outlook for US30 index is strongly bullish on US 100, it is still not clear. Though on my free Telegram channel, I already posted a very bullish forecast that perfectly played out. From such a perspective, while on US 30 we already have a confirmed breakout of a major resistance, US 100 is still testing a major resistance. We have a very important resistance cluster that the index is approaching at the moment. We see a test of that major supply cluster, and I would suggest from such a perspective waiting for a breakout of that area, waiting for a breakout of that structure. When the market breaks and closes above that, then we can expect more growth, and then we can expect a rise to that structure. That will be the next resistance. That will be the goal for the buyers. Question about gold from Solo Leveling. My friend, we already analyzed gold. I shared a very detailed analysis. We executed multiple time frame analysis here from a daily to 15 minutes time frames. So please check the recording. I guess around 15 minutes ago I was discussing gold. But if you just want to know bullish or bearish, strongly bullish. Then question from Bajram. Hey mate, what do you think about Swiss versus other peers like pound, euro, dollar, and yen? You know, it's very broad question, and I think that it really depends on the peer. So especially when you trade, you should treat each and every peer separately, analyzing pound Swiss, euro Swiss, dollar Swiss, CAD Swiss separately, and though correlations can be though quite often correlations can be very close occasionally, still these peers are different, and these peers can be affected by absolutely different news. So please try to focus on the analysis of each and every pair separately. Do not treat them as a group of pairs. That is my advice. What is your favorite pair? You know, honestly, I don't have any favorite, because when you trade long time, when you trade for many years, you know, 1 year you have a very perfect 100% win rate, let's say on European pair. Next year this pair is a disaster. So I don't have any instrument where over the years I would have a consistent high win rate. When some trading instrument produces high gains 1 year, next year, yes, it will probably take some of your extra gains. So for that reason I don't have any favorite one. Gaming 52 says, bro, I was read your book, but I not understand anything from the book. That's sad, bro. If you, all right, I don't know what to say about that. I got 2 books. One is about top down multiple time frame analysis. One about SMC. The so far the reviews that I got about the book are exceptional. Yes, and if you check Amazon, it is 5 star, and many people say that it's my SMC book is the best book they ever read about SMC. So I don't know, brother, but on my YouTube channel, I have a lot of videos about SMC. There's a playlist, Smart Money Concepts. You can check that. There are a lot of different examples, strategies, tips, tricks, and stuff about SMC. Please check. Probably it will help you to broaden your knowledge and to understand my strategies better. And also on my website, vasilyhiri.com, there is free education page where I have hundreds of educational, completely free educational articles on different stuff. So please broaden your knowledge, keep learning, yes, and keep practicing. Combine learning and practicing. That is the key. Little John says, would you agree that if you are trading gold, it's better to not trade silver at the same time as the correlation is pretty high? If I would say so, Little John, if you see a trading setup on gold and on silver and they are the same, meaning that it is the same pattern, it is same, I don't know, imbalance candle, then yes, I would say that it would be way better to trade just one instrument instead of two. But if signals are different, if for example you see a strong bullish signal on gold but a strong bearish signal on silver, I think it would be reasonable to trade them too, because who knows what the hell is going to happen. And having positive reward to risk ratio, meaning winning more than you lose, yes, your end result probably is going to be some small win. Yes, so it always really depends. Yeah, so from a situation to situation, you should assess if the setups are the same or if they are different. Then, question from Moses: what is a mistake you made in the beginning when learning to trade that you wish you knew sooner, either technical or psychology? Main mistake that I made, I was looking for easy way to make money. I guess the main mistake was that I was looking for, indicator or something that would produce accurate signals day after day, and I would make money easily. So I guess I spent more than a year looking for an easy way, and that was quite a long period. And looking for this easy way to make money, I lost a lot of money. So returning back to the past, I would start learning hard way. Yes, doing everything by my own and stuff. Not looking for any magic indicator. That would be way better, and I would start full-time trading way faster. Yes. So, and another thing is that I was looking for quite a while. I was looking for a signal service to just follow the signals and make money following the signals. And I spent quite a lot of money on VIP subscriptions and all this stuff. At the moment when I was learning, there was no Telegram. It was email signals and SMS signals, and that was a disaster, man. I don't know how many signals I bought, many different, and yeah, that was a bad idea to assume that making money can be easy when you just follow someone and copy the signals. That unfortunately that doesn't work. And if you want to learn to trade and if you want to become a full-time trader, you need to do it by your own. Yeah. Then Michael says, good morning from Nigeria. Sorry, I'm late. Gold review. Michael, I already shared my review for gold, and if you need detailed analysis, please kindly check the recording of the live stream. Yes, it will be provided, and I shared a very detailed review from daily to 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So we still studied that in details, but my outlook there is strongly bullish. How we know huge liquidity on charts, says Nam. Nam, it is really based on the historic price action. My main indicator of a high liquidity is a historic price action. For example, on gold, why this was a strong liquidity zone to me? Because over time, we see how the price was fluctuating within that area. Yes, with each and every test of that zone, the market was fluctuating there. We were forming long tails testing that area. So that was a confirmation of a liquidity concentration. And judging whether liquidity zone is strong or not, I always check how the zone was respected by the market in the past, how the price was reacting to that area in the past. Yeah, now question about CAD yen pair. Let me check CAD yen pair. I guess earlier I shared the bearish outlook for this one. So on CAD yen pair, strong uptrend. Yes, on the daily we are strongly bullish, and now the price retraced to this key daily structure support. We have a very nice horizontal key level right here that is tested, and from that, yes, there's quite a high chance that we will rise more, that another bullish wave will start from that. And what can be our confirmation right here? In the 4 hour time frame, we have strong 4 hour resistance, we have double bottom, yes, double bottom here, and we have, what do we have? If we have any flag right here, not really, I guess. Yeah, not really. So anyway, we have this strong intraday resistance that the price is currently breaking. I do believe that if we break and close above this 4 hour resistance, yes, if this 4 hour candle closes above, and 4 hour candle closes just in 20 minutes, so it looks like it will definitely close above. If we do so, just expect more growth, just expect rise to that resistance. Then that will be the next goal for the buyers, and then its breakout will then push the price to current high. So because the trend is bullish, because we are strongly bullish on a daily time frame, because we see a clear tendency of the market to update the highs, I think it is more than reasonable to expect more growth on CAD yen, to expect a start of another bullish wave after completion of a correction. It looks like we are finally finishing a correction. It looks like the market found a bottom. So expect a rise and expect highly probable trend following movement. Yeah. So, cheaters, I hope that you enjoyed today's live stream. As always, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks to get more updates, to get more fresh signals, and to get the analysis, fresh analysis. Do not forget that on my YouTube channel, I have a lot of playlists on different topics, teaching you different strategies, techniques, tips and tricks, support and resistance analysis. I have a separate playlist. SMC, I have a separate playlist. Gold trading, I have a separate playlist. So definitely check that. For free educational materials, also visit my website. You will find a lot of educational articles there. Do not forget that I have 2 books, SMC book and top-down analysis book. My SMC book is now a bestseller in India, and more than 800 copies are already sold in India. I'm very happy about that, and definitely check it. I hope that you will enjoy. If you want this live streams on daily basis, do not forget that in my trading academy, I do live streams on daily basis, doing live Q&As, updates for the trades, and sharing my active trading positions. I also have a VIP signals group where I share trading signals with entry, stop loss, and target. I always use one take profit, no partials, no this bullshit with close half, close partial, entry zone and stuff. No clear signals, entry, stop loss, and target. Market orders, no limits, and the statistics and monitoring transparent one is also provided there. Thank you for joining, traders. Thank you for your participation. See you soon. The recording of the live stream will be provided in a couple of minutes. Yes, and I think I will drop more fresh signals today in my Telegram channel, so do not forget to subscribe. Thank you, traders, and see you soon.